Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I have a special one for you. This is the first in a series called Who Would Win, where I'm going to pair up different characters across the Star Wars universe and do a kind of a pros and cons list to see who would win in a fight. And today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing Geode versus Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So essentially, A-Rock versus The Rock. It's going to be very exciting. Let's get into it. So real quickly, before we get into the who would win and comparing their pros and cons, let's get a bit of a background on Geode, who is first introduced in the High Republic. So, Geode was a Ventian male from the planet Vent who acted as the navigator of the transport starship Vessel. That's right, a ship called the Vessel. Alongside the pilot Leo Gassi and pilot Athol Hollow, his appearance resembled a tall, dark gray, flint and flaky rock, because he is a rock. According to Giassi, Geode's true name could only be pronounced by those without a mouth. Makes sense? The vessel was transporting Jedi to the Starlight Beacon for its dedication when the Great Disaster struck. He is literally a rock that navigates people through other rocks. This is some great stuff, really breaking the boundary of creativity here. There's now a pet rock that is canon in the Star Wars universe, so that's very exciting. I don't have anything against the High Republic, but personally I just haven't gone into it yet. So this is the first video that kind of has characters from that era. I'm sure there's great stuff in there. I've heard great things about it. But I mean, come on, it's literally a rock. And in the other corner, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is an American-Canadian actor, producer, investor, retired professional wrestler, and former American football / Canadian football player. So the dude's just an absolute legend. He is regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. His films have grossed over 10.5 billion with a B worldwide, making him one of the world's highest grossing actors. So a little more background, he is 6'5" at 260. So the man is an absolute unit. So this can make for a great matchup between Dwayne and Geode. So now that you guys have a bit of a background on both Geode and Dwayne, then let's get into the pros and cons list. So starting with Geode, he's simply built different. The man's an agile rock, except don't know that he's a man actually because he is a rock. Navigational skills, great navigator, so I'm told, so he could maybe, pilot a ship around Dwayne, making him dizzy, possibly pass out. He doesn't have a face or other weak spots that he could be hit. He's made of stone, so Dwayne throws a punch, break a knuckle, throw a kick, break his foot. Just all around great defensively because he's a natural stone or rock. He doesn't feel emotions. He's a rock. I don't think he can feel emotions. I think somewhere in the comic it said that he will be explored further and find all the intricacies between his character and other characters, but he's a rock. So we'll see how that plays out. Dwayne can't, bring him down verbally because he just doesn't feel emotions, so all those, Dwayne can't braid him to death, As for Geode's cons, he has no arms or legs, so he can't punch Dwayne, kick Dwayne, can't use arms or legs to block, he can't run away, jump up, climb onto something, boom, 360 roundhouse kick. Dwayne can't do any of that, just kind of sits there. Next, he literally is a rock, so he can be skipped. He's skippable. Dwayne, like I said, is 6'5" at 260, so he can chuck that thing across a river, lake, just skipped right across. That is a big con because that could also harm his psyche, being skipped, except he doesn't feel emotions, so. And now for Dwayne Johnson's pros. He does have a wrestling background, so good moves he could use against Geode. Even though Geode's a rock, he can put him in an armbar, roundhouse kick, 360 no scope, that kind of thing. Just very elusive guy. Has an acting background. For deception, of course. He can act like he's scared, afraid. Oh, I'm cowering in the corner. Look at me. I'm helpless. Boom. Strike back. Or look, I'm big and strong. Oh, your guard's down. Oh, you're too cocky, arrogant. Boom. Counter move. Very versatile, probably really good at doing that. He's friends with John Cena. Is there any more I need to say on that? First of all, having an invisible friend is always a plus. So, them dynamic duo would definitely change the story for Geode in terms of his survival. Dwayne is also bald, so using his head to reflect the sunlight, if they're finding on a planet with sunlight, we'll assume they are. He can use that bald, shiny scalp to blind Geode, except Geode doesn't have eyes. So, you know what, maybe that wouldn't work. But it could definitely lead to a distraction of some kind. I would assume Geode would have to see him somehow or sense him, so he could maybe mess with those sensors a bit, just, kind of deceive him, if you will. Now, Dwayne Johnson's cons. He's only nicknamed The Rock, not a natural rock. Disappointing? Yes, but that's just the way it is. He's not a natural rock, as cool as that would be. He is built like one, though. Dude's massive. It could play to his strengths, but we'll see how it pans out. He has emotions, so theoretically, Geode could kidnap his family, hold them for ransom, tug at his heartstrings a bit, do things that only humans are susceptible to, that a rock isn't. Because we don't even know if Geode has a family. Maybe we'll find that out later. So, advantage Geode. Alright guys, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Who would win in a fight between Dwayne Johnson and Geode? We have examined the facts. We've looked at the graphs. We've calculated the numbers, crunched them twice. There's only one clear winner here. And as much as it pains me to say this, I'm afraid it's going to have to be Geode. Only on the basis that he seems invincible in a way. We don't know his exact size or measurements, but given the fact that he seems like a life-size rock, he seems impenetrable in a way. His defense is just too good. I don't think Dwayne can penetrate it. Defense is everything. Defense wins championships, and I think that's why I have to go with Geode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Although you may not have liked how it turned out, I had to be true to myself, true to you guys, the fans. So if you disagree, make sure to voice that opinion down in the comments below. I'd be happy to check it out. Also, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. Consider subscribing. It would help out a lot. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, catch you guys in the next one. And may the force be with you always.